everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 10 tips to teach your children empathy. I'm Miss Roxann and I have over 15 years teaching experience in the classroom. In addition, I have over 30 years teaching in arts education and 5 years teaching social and emotional learning. Some of you might be wondering, what is empathy? Empathy is having compassion for others, showing kindness for others, putting yourself in another person's shoes. For the past 3 years, we've been all dealing with the pandemic. We were all separated for about 2 years, where many of our children never got a chance to interact with their peers. So today, I'm going to give you some information to help you deal with your children, to let them know how to deal with empathy. Our goal is to have strong and positive children, so they can become strong and positive adults. Did you know that studies have shown that children that practice empathy are less likely to become bullies? Empathy teaches self-awareness and self-management, and it also teaches how to build strong, positive relationships. Moving on to our 10 tips to teach your children empathy. Tip number 1, make sure you teach acts of kindness. It can be small acts of kindness, something as simple as raking your neighbor's yard, picking up trash in the community, helping a teacher out in the classroom. All those things are small acts of kindness that can mean a lot to you teaching your child empathy. Tip number 2, make sure you provide a safe space so that your child can express themselves. You can make sure that they are able to communicate to you if they're happy, or if they're sad, or if they're having trouble. Make sure you provide that safe space so your child can express themselves. Tip number 3, demonstrate and model empathy yourself in front of children. Make it a teachable moment so they can learn how to practice empathy. Tip number 4, point out rude and disrespectful behavior and ask the child, what should that person have done? What type of response should the other person have? Practice and model, role play with your child so they can understand what's right and what's wrong when it comes to empathy. Tip number 5, model compassion for others in front of your children. If they see that you are showing compassion for others, it would teach them how to show compassion for others as well. For example, if you were walking down the street or walking next door and your neighbor were carrying too many groceries, help them out to carry the groceries inside of the house. If a lady is needing help across the street, help her get across the street. That will show your child compassion. Tip number 6, guide your child to make the right decisions. For example, if they were having a difficulty at school, ask them about what decisions could they have made, what could they have done differently, what could they do the next time. That way, it'll help them when it's time for them to make the right decision. Tip number 7, teach your child how to express themselves in a respectful way. It's okay for them to say that someone is wrong or that they are right, but they can do it in a respectful way. Tip number 8, teach your children how to read facial expressions. Facial expressions are universal. Those expressions are happiness, anger, sadness, surprise, fear, and contempt. Tip number 9, teach and sing songs about feelings and empathy. Tip number 10, teach your child how to problem solve. You might be asking, what are some skills that you can do to teach your kids problem solving skills? Well, the skills are they can go for a walk, they can talk to someone, they can count down by 10. There are many things that they can do to problem solve. Make sure you praise your child when you see that they are practicing empathy. They will appreciate it and they will continue to practice empathy on a daily basis. Thank you so much for watching this video with me today. Take time out to like and subscribe. I'm Miss Roxann. I would like you also to comment and let me know one thing that you're going to do to practice empathy with your child. Tell me something good. Tell me something good. Tell me one thing that you're going to do to practice empathy with your child this week. And remember, life is a teacher.